gaming session of Ghost Mountain. This is the new world coming out for Index Card RPG. I've got my 4 super squatters here. We're missing one of our company, and that's DM Scotty, but he's going to catch up on the next flight around the sun. So you'll see him next time in Ghost Mountain. But we got a little adventure on our hands here called the Buckskin Stage. So you're going to have to tolerate all players and the gaming master for this particular transmission, because we're going to be using Western accents. We may not even be doing a character at some point. We might just say, "I'll just roll the dang 16." That's just going to be part. That's going to be part of the game. So I've got 4 players here, and we've all got a very interesting classes and bioforms from Ghost Mountain. So let's introduce ourselves. First of all, we have, of course, Alex playing Scrap. Alex, what's going on with Scrap there?
So, Scrap is a critter class, specifically a weasel. He is a killing machine in the sense that, like all weasels, he'll eat half of his body weight every day. He likes to save his leftovers, including burying them. And weasels, and including Scrap, like to dance, including performing a war dance. Some think that their wacky twisting, hopping, or darting around is designed to confuse or whatever. But for Scrap, maybe his dancing has a little bit more to do with staying in tune with the spirits and the land, all of which he believes is kind of sacred. And maybe through his dancing, he can somehow persuade those natural or maybe even unnatural forces to help him from time to time. I will say this, if Scrap could talk and he could introduce himself, he might sound a little bit like this.
That's excellent.
A light squeaking.
Outstanding, sir.
So for those of you watching, Ghost Mountain is what I guess has been called the Weird West. So the idea is, if you've listened to the story on Patreon, it is the Wild West, but there's some kind of a strange sort of cosmic war between good and evil being played out in this part of the Deep West. And exactly how the worlds are starting to become tangled together, well, that's the very yarn we're telling. So next we got Jason playing old Jeb. So Jason, who is this old feller here?
Howdy, folks. I'm old Jeb, and I'm an old timer here to do the Lord's work and set things right.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah.
Simple enough.
Cool.
Simple enough.
A Western
Next we got,
priest. Really cool.
we got Austin playing Dallas, the gambler. Who is this guy?
Dallas is a gambler. He's a big city man. And he has big city sins too. He's not rich or struggling, but when ready to take a chance in life, he definitely does. I mean, who doesn't in Ghost Mountain? And is this a deal with the man, or is it with the devil? Only Dallas knows, and has played on the game so long. Why not take a chance? The odds may not be in his favor, but he's always along for the ride.
Not bad. It's like a Fear Factor intro. That was smooth. That was very smooth. It's like we're watching American Ninja. Okay, last but certainly not least, we have one of the more disturbing members of our adventuring group here. So that's going to be Matt Shaker playing Lincoln Faraday. What's this guy all about, Matt?
Lincoln Faraday is a gunslinger class, but he's the bioform I chose was smoke. He's this weird, like, not quite ghost, not quite undead, not quite here, not quite there. He's incorporeal. All he remembers is something about law and order, a tarnished star, being caught in a huge storm, being shot, bleeding in the rain and wind, and then being here, being this. Doesn't remember much else, but he's for damn sure gonna find out what happened to him.
Awesome. So the 4 of you all come up or cross paths in the town of Dead Rock. So as our campaign goes on, somehow we'll get our world map up into the game here, and we'll keep revealing more and more of Ghost Mountain. But for the sake of where our yarn begins, the four of you crossed paths in Dead Rock some 2-3 months ago. And each one of you just looking either for something to do or a few coins or just someone to get to know in your loneliness, wound up the three of you in this dang critter that won't seem to leave you alone. And through the acquisition of a horse named Sarah, you've landed a job running the supply stage back and forth from Dead Rock to Buckskin. You go once a week, and it's a 2-day journey. So you've been doing this, well, you've done it almost 24 times at this point. So you've gotten to know each other and generally kept out of trouble this far. But lately the weather's been getting a little worse, and some folks say that something's about to happen. Something's on the wind. But as far as you know, the way is still clear from Dead Rock all the way up to Buckskin. So, that afternoon, on the day that our story begins, you're going up this road just outside Dead Rock. When you come to a narrow point, and here you are.
A tarnation.
So, as you come around this little bend in the road, there's a tight spot where the bushes and the rocks kind of pinch and create an arrow, and you can see there's some kind of commotion up ahead. Roll initiative.
I want us to add dex or just roll a 20?
Add dex. Take whatever you can get in this game.
Damn no, I will. Well, that ain't good.
Okay, what do we got here? Uh-oh. Looks like I won it.
Uh-oh.
By a sight, too. Okay, so you guys can see the four of you down here with your little stage, and
Wait.
I don't have a horse. You can just visualize a horse is pulling the wagon there. He's all yoked. She is all yoked into the wagon. And you have
Jebediah rolled
1d6.
a 12.
You got 1d6 supplies in your stage, so who wants to roll for it?
Roll for
Alex, why don't you go ahead?
Two.
All right, so it's a thin run. So you guys want to be getting up there quick, and you're mainly eating off your own sort of pouch supplies, because they're basically just sending like a few barrels of dried bear jerky up to Buckskin before the storm comes in. It's lean times up here on Ghost Mountain. So as you come up and you're seeing this scene of commotion over here, you see this kind of shadowy character the furthest from you start struggling with this little girl here. And he grabs her by the ponytail and yanks her over, pulls out a Bowie knife and puts it to her throat. And these two other folks along the road seem to be yelling or arguing with him. Let me get a timer out. Looks like is that a 4 or a 1? Oh, it's a 4. Okay, great. 4 it is. All right, so I think that goes to you, Matt, or shall I say Lincoln Faraday?
All right. Lincoln is going to he's going to stand, he's going to kind of billow forth into the shrubs here. As he moves, you guys notice that his feet don't actually touch the ground. He kind of like billows in as this like sort of smoky thing. I'm gonna move into the shrubs here.
Oh. Whoosh.
And I'm gonna try to kind of conceal myself. And,
Oh, great.
And he's gonna ready his carbine rifle. Not that it might do much good.
Great. So roll your decks to jump in there and be completely unseen, just to kind of float into the bushes.
Shit. Rolled a big 6.
Oof.
Bummer.
So yeah, you skate over there and rustle the bushes like a gust of wind, and
Nice.
you see this unsavory character up the road. He makes eye contact with you,
Uh-oh.
and he's got this sort of spined skull coming out from his poncho, and he's smoking a long brown cigarette. And right through the smoke of the cigarette, he sees you there in the bushes. All
This
right,
guy?
so Dallas, you're up. This guy here.
Okay.
All right. And Dallas is he's gonna mosey on up a little bit too. Oh, if I can mosey better than that. Let's see. All right. And mosey up just a little bit with him. I'm gonna try to sneak along.
Nice, same roll.
There you go.
Hello.
Nice.
Wow, so you just skulk up using that walk that you've used in countless alleyways before to leave a game in the middle of the night. You just drift right into the bushes. Nobody even sees you.
Well, when you're working on a chance all the time, you gotta make sure that you know what you're doing.
So is that your whole move? You just kind of holding right there?
I would like to kind of just, since I'm still like hidden off a bit, I would try to make it over here by the rocks.
Yeah, I mean with that roll, absolutely.
All right, and I want to just kind of hunker down there.
All right, old Jeb. You see your companions they don't look like they're approaching in an upstanding fashion here.
Yeah. So old Jeb sees the lady up ahead and feels like, well, she might be in a little bit of danger. I think we should intervene. This didn't look right to me. But I trust in the Almighty, and so I say a little prayer, in spell called Trust in God. And if I'm successful for 1d4 rounds, I can only be harmed by natural 20s.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Roll it up.
That's a cool spell.
Nice.
Hey Jebediah, our Texas is
Oh,
showing.
there we go. So 18. I
Nice.
think I was
There you are.
a bit successful, folk.
All right, what do you got on the 1d4?
Let's find out.
Hey,
Nice.
How about that?
nice
Well-
one. Okay,
I'm feeling mighty certain that I was meant to be here. So I'm just going to walk straight up the middle, and I'm going to say, hey, folk, is there something we can do to help you out?
Excellent.
All right, so Scrap, you see your companions basically leave the stage,
Yes.
and then
Scrap-
Jeb especially he's taking these long strides like he's just walking to church on Sunday morning. So
Right.
what do you do?
Scrap's up on his haunches and he's sniffing the air and he doesn't like it. And he's going to dart under the wagon and he's going to take off as fast as he can for the high ground.
So first of all, roll your whiz on sniffing the air.
Okay. Very good. Oh. That is 15.
So you real quick just take in a couple of little nostrilfuls, and you can tell that up the road there are 3 human folk. They smell like a campfire, and there are 2 not so human folk. There's an infernal, which you've smelled before. Smells like a kind of hot bricks, and then you smell the last thing you want to smell, and that's one of them old muertos. But 3 of them you smell as natural people, normal humans.
Scrap still doesn't like it. He's going to dart under the wagon and take off for this high ground if he can make it that far.
Yeah, so the high ground is sort of the bottom left of the map. So there you go, scooting, do a double. Yep, there you go.
Yep, little cloud of dust kicks up as he bounds in that direction as fast as he can.
All right, so that comes back around to me. So, yep, you get the clearest view of the scene so far. So you got old Hispanic guy standing right here. He's in his 40s or so. And he's like on his toes, one hand starting to go down toward his hip. Then up ahead, you've got, looks like a Heppewa Brave woman, and then a little girl about 10 years old who's looks just like her, basically. And this infernal tracker back here has got his Bowie knife right to this little girl's throat. And the shouting kind of suddenly stops as Jeb appears between the rocks. And this infernal kind of lowers his knife just a little bit and says, "Turn back around, stranger. This ain't none of your business here." And you see this muerto also. So up here, where the muerto is, this is where the gallows are. So there's an old rickety gallows, and the muerto's standing up on the platform. And he's armed with some kind of multi-barreled weapon that you've never seen before. So let's get a competing charisma checks, Jeb.
All right.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh,
That's barely.
Nice. So you notice actually the infernal kind of takes a little bit of a step back and pulls the girl with him. He's kind of, because he also saw old Lincoln over there in the bushes too. He's not sure what he's dealing with here. And the Hispanic guy turns around. He's like, "Thank God. Other people, help us. We've been waylaid. Be careful. They've got my daughter." All right, Lincoln.
what direction is the wind blowing?
Well, that's a damn good question. 3, so that's 3 o'clock then. So it's blowing straight from left to right.
Okay. Well, that's not going to work then. All right. Well, Lincoln is going to. Lincoln's gonna try to. Now, Lincoln is smoke. He's gonna try to just kind of become like fully smoke and just kind of like, and kind of like work against the breeze to try to. I'm gonna try to make a far move this way. To try to blend in with those trees there.
There you go. So stealth twice in a row. So this one's easy.
Cool.
So this time you got the lay of the land. So beat a 9 as you slide through the bushes.
There you go.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Nice.
There you go. Nice. So you kind of dissolve and then rematerialize in the far bushes a little bit.
As he rematerializes, can I load one of my magic bullets? I took the starter loot 20 magic ammo. Can I load one of those shells into my my carbine rifle?
Oh, I think you'd be loaded while you're traveling.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody should treat their weapons as loaded. You guys haven't run into trouble in weeks.
Okay.
So
All
yeah,
right.
you creep up into the bushes there. All right, Dallas, the gambler.
All right. So I think Dallas is going to still keep going with his chances and try to sneak back over here next to Jeb. Try not be seen. Because they don't know that they've got somebody out in the woods seeing who's out there scouting them out. At least not yet.
Yeah, and I think with the narrow and with Jeb filling up the narrow, that's also easy.
All right.
Everybody's skulking around. Whole lot of skulking.
Jebediah
Yep,
has
no problem.
such thing.
All right, cool.
Yep.
And,
so you just like Private Ryan right behind him.
So for now, he's gonna take not take any big chances right now, and just kind of take it slow and see what happens. But he'll be ready for the next one.
All right, old Jeb.
All right. Jeb just keeps walking straight on through as far as he can, and he tries to engage in a conversation. It's just, all right, folks, what's going on here? Surely there's something that we can do to work things out. We're all here, part of the Lord's creation.
So you get up near the Hephawa woman, and this infernal sees you, says, "One more step and I'll cut her throat. You think I got anything to lose? I ain't even got skin." he pulls the knife and draws just a little bit of blood on her as you get close.
Oh, mistake.
Oh, yes, mistake. I think Jeb would just hold up his iron cross in front of him and says, "Hold on there. There's no reason to get all uppity up in here. All we need to do is talk about what it is you want. I'm sure we can work this out." And he tries to kind of use his charisma to see if he can bring a peaceful resolution. As unlikely as it is, he's trying to find out, what's going on. What?
Yeah, roll it up.
Why do they want her?
Yeah, you want to parlay.
Yeah, parlay.
Yeah, give me that charisma roll. Oh!
The Lord is with
Somebody's-
us, folks. The Lord is with
Somebody's
us.
on the board.
Jason and his magnificent rolls.
He's going
So
for
you come
6
up and you
tonight.
talk, and you just like hold up one hand like a fresco of Aristotle. You're just like, and everyone in this little circle here just kind of holds their breath and listens as you talk, and they're just like, "Man, no wonder he's a preacher." For a second, the infernal tracker like lowers his knife just a little bit, and he's just like, "I didn't want any of this to happen, holy man. You think I want to look like this? Just don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. Just walk away. Nobody goes to Buckskin. Nobody." But he's like kind of intimidated. He's like on his heels, basically. He's almost letting go of the girl. And Scrap, you're up.
Well, Scrap hears old Jebediah's tone and kind of shakes his head sadly, and darts into these bushes and tries to press his body as flat as he can as he makes his way along this ridge line to try to sneak up on these folks.
Nice. So being tiny and being up on the ridge line, let's make that an easy one on your decks. That's got to be an easy roll for you. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah, nobody even knows. They just think there's a varmint in the rocks. They don't even know that, actually. They just don't hear anything.
Awesome.
So, yeah, you're about, I'd say, 12 feet up above the folks that are kind of interacting down on the road. And that's just your move. So that's just an instant of time. Anything else?
I think he's going to try to take a little peek just so he can suss out whether or not he can make a leap down onto that infernal or somebody else to try to help out.
Yeah, I'd say the farthest you could jump would be the far side of the road.
Okay.
So you can basically clear the road, kind of like a skier going over the road at a resort. You got that little lip.
Nice.
So that's it?
Yep, he's just going to stake out his vantage and whether or not he needs to take action on his next round.
Okay, so that comes back to me. So the Infernal just senses that nobody's really turning around yet. And Hernando takes a couple steps toward. He's kind of inspired by Jeb. He says, Jose, damn it, I want him covered. I want him covered right now. And the Muerto starts slowly cranking this rusty crank on this gun that he has, and it starts going. And I'm on 2 there. So it's a hell of a thing to try to spin this weapon up, and his bony arms are all slow moving. And then the Infernal pulls the girl again, and she's not strong enough to resist him. So he pulls her back a little bit and says, damn it, Letty, do not fight me. I will do this. I'll do this if I have to. You know what awaits me. All right, Lincoln.
Lincoln is going to kind of, in sort of a nondescript smoke form, kind of billow out of the trees there. He wants to like move over towards the Infernal and then like fully form kind of very suddenly, like very close to him. But when he does so, he wants his he's got like a deathly visage. And he's going to say, "Release the girl. and
Holy shit.
and I'm gonna try to use charisma to intimidate him.
All right, great. So, Jeb, give me a D4 of starter work on your charisma so we can make this a piece of effort real quick to get what you did last time.
Jeb.
Jason,
Yep. Let's see.
give me a D4.
Yeah.
And then, great. And then Lincoln, roll it up.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh,
Nice.
20. And
killing
then
it.
how about F? So a basic on effort. There. Oh! And he both maxed it out.
Nice.
So with that, he doesn't like cut and run, but he steps away from her. He's like, "What in the hell are you?" And, Dallas, the gambler.
After seeing all this, Dallas, he's going to go ahead and kind of start moseying on up, just ever so slightly. Not sneaking, just slightly, just kind of walking up. His little spurs, ching, ching, ching.
Nice.
He kind of just walks up, and he's kind of next to this lady here. He's like, "Care to make a deal?"
He's like, "What do you mean? We have to save my daughter."
I can help save her if you play me a game and chance. And if I win, she comes with us. If you win, I go ahead and help you out and go ahead and see if I can take out this here fellow over here for you.
I'm not going to gamble for my daughter's life. Are you out of your mind?
Are you sure? Because I don't feel like I'm gonna really help out much if you don't give me that chance.
So she looks up and she actually doesn't even know if this smoke creature is on her side or not. So let's do competing charisma. If you win, she'll play your game.
All right. Sorry.
Here's hers. 11. Oh, damn it. All right. So she looks over to you, just panicked, just like, "Fine. What do you want? Anything."
You're gonna tell us why he's taking her, of course, and tell us why we should even help you out.
I mean, it's an innocent girl, for God's sake.
That don't matter here in Ghost Mountain.
Oh,
Jebediah is shaking his head.
We're innocent travelers. I don't know what you want from me. What is your game?
We need to know what this guy's playing at. Why he even bothered to go ahead and take her.
We don't know. We're just trying to get to Buckskin. But no one goes there. The mountain, it fell down.
What's that buckskin that's so important to everyone?
I'm looking for my brother. But what care do you have for that? You're one of those snakes from the Dead Rock.
Maybe so. But that's not for you to judge, ma'am.
So as you guys are talking, you see Hernando is creeping closer, and he's like eyeballing you, Dallas, like up and down, like, "Why are you talking to my wife?" Save your games for another time.
Can't a gentleman just sit here and talk to a fine lady like this without someone butting in?
oh, we have a situation here, man.
Okay, so your banter has eaten up most of your time. Do you have a last thing to say?
He's gonna go ahead and agree to help out as much as he can. He doesn't know how much he's gonna be convincing, but maybe he'll want to take a chance and let him go free and without dying first.
Interesting. So you just tell her, "Okay, I'll help you out," basically. All right.
Yeah.
He's about to be killed by the world's finest lover. You clearly don't know who I am.
Right.
Kind of a big deal around here. I've pruned the edges of many small villages. All right, old Jeb, you see Dallas kind of plying his wits on this Eppewa woman.
Yeah.
trying to get a handle on the situation, basically trying to figure out who's who here.
Yeah. So I have a quick question. So I have the blanket that I took
Mm-hmm.
from the recommended stuff. It says it confers friendship with the tribe. Would she recognize this?
It's a Kanuska blanket, though. She's Heppewa.
Oh, okay. Okay. So there's different tribes here. Got it. All
Yep,
right.
there's 2 tribes, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just keep that tucked away in case they don't care for each other. Well, I think Jeb would continue to try and resolve this peacefully. He'd probably keep walking. I mean, he has no fear. There's unless it is the fate that is chosen for him, there's no harm coming to him this day. And so he just keeps walking up and probably tries to use himself as a shield between the hostiles and the guy over here.
Oh, you're going to step right up to him, huh?
Yeah, just say, son, I know you look pretty bad right now, but your soul is still in your hands while you live. There is a chance for redemption. Come with us.
So he's like looking side to side. He's like measuring the distances between all the people in the road, and he's kind of looking like he's panicking. You ain't gonna baptize me, old man. All right, Scrap.
Is it the case that Lincoln is incorporeal, that he can be passed through?
I would say with a con check, yeah, you could walk through him. But it's cold.
Cool.
Scrap's going to try to do this if he can. He's going to break his place of hiding and leap through Lincoln. Surprise! Bound off of Jebediah and bound up and over and try to knock the knife out of the Infernal's hand.
There we go.
If
Just like Kodo and Podo.
If he can.
Okay, so let's get the con check first for going through Lincoln. And you'll go through him no matter what. It's just a matter if you take like 1 point of damage from the cold.
Okay.
Oh.
Missed it, yeah. So you get an awful shiver coming over you as you go through him. Pop out of his chest, and now make your dex check to do your maneuver.
Cool.
Oh!
Oh! No.
So you actually kind of wind up right here in the tangle. You're like right on the end of Jeb's sleeve with 1 foot on the end of the Bowie knife.
It was the cold that threw Scrap off.
Yep. So it's like you're like a little weasel rope bridge between these 2 characters.
Oh.
Just like, like when the boat is leaving the dock too soon and your legs start to spread apart.
Oh no.
That's a horrible place to be at the end of our turn.
So the first thing that happens is you see Jose start to pull this gun into position, and he's down on his last round. So it's starting to spin really quick, and he's reaching down to pull some other lever that he has down there. But he moves real slow because he smells pretty bad too. He's been dead a while. Hernando sees the weasel jump down from the cliff and runs forward and pulls out his pistol. And he realizes probably it's hitting the fan. And oh man, I think he's just gonna try to backhand you off of this blade. So that'll be a strength roll.
Nice.
Just basically doing a weapon attack on you.
Yep.
Ooh, looking pretty good too. Then we got weapon damage. 2 damage.
Okay.
So he's kind of knocks you, and you just kind of plop right down here and hit the side of the road.
Oh. Rolls of dust.
Bummer.
Letty jumps forward and puts one hand on Hernando's pistol hand and pushes it down. He's like, "No, you'll shoot snow." All right, Lincoln, you're up.
Lincoln is gonna try to billow the other direction, like behind the Muerto. And he kind of puffs and then catches the wind a little bit and moves and then recorporealizes like right behind him. And he's gonna point his He's gonna point his carbine rifle loaded with that magic round in there and take a shot at him. Point blank.
Bullet goes right through him.
Bullet goes right through him. All right. Well,
Right through him.
I intended to get his attention.
Oh, definitely did that. Like everybody hears a bang, and everybody sees a flash fire, like a bullet's been fired, but the bullet just glides right through. The muerto is like literally a skeleton with some flesh left on it.
Yeah.
But everybody's like bang and goes, oh shit.
Right. And he's gonna say, "You want to point that at somebody? Point it at me."
Awesome. Oh my god, smoke tanking.
Can you
Yep.
hit him?
Yeah, I mean, you had the barrel right up against the back of his skull.
Mhm.
All right, Dallas,
I'm
the
talking about
gambler.
I'm talking about the other guy can even hit the smoke. But all right, so he gave up his stuff there, and he's gonna go up there with the smoke, because he doesn't like the way he smells. And he's also gonna take out his 6-shooter and just kind of point it at his head too.
Stop right there, monkey face.
Yep.
All right, old Jeb.
Well,
Things are getting a little tense in the bend in the road here.
now you done it. You raised a hand to my good friends here. The Lord says that we
Yeah, I mean, he just swatted Scrap aside. He could have broken Scrap's little arm with that swat.
Yeah. It sounds, and I've tried this Infernal. I guess he's just made up his mind. He's not interested in redemption, and the Lord says we have to defend ourselves as well. So, at this point, Jebediah is going to whip out his iron cross and just stab it down into the Infernal.
Nice.
All right, make the attack. You
Yep.
better finish it if you're going to start it.
Yep.
So hit the 12 of strength to get started.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
There you go. And then I believe you got double damage with the Iron Cross on an Infernal.
Right. Double weapons, D6.
Yep. Can you finish it?
Can we finish it? Oh, you know what?
Oh! Nope. So it sticks into his rib cage and like red smoke comes out and he's like, "Dear Lord, what is that? It burns! Damn it, old man! Why'd you have to push? Why'd you push me?" All right, Scrap.
Scrap's gonna see.
no.
Scrap's gonna see if he can leap up and drive the cross the rest of the way home.
Whew. Like jump on the end of it,
Yes. Like almost like a
like a little weasel hammer.
yes.
Which is the new name of your stage, by the way. But hello.
Oh,
All right, so I'd say roll a basic as your damage. You're not swinging the weapon, but you're kind of using your
Yep.
weight on it.
Yes.
So get 2. Oh,
Nice.
4.
Maximum 4.
So it pops out the back of his rib cage,
Nice.
and with that, the little sort of glow in his eyes starts to go out. He slumps down the rocks, and he's just like, "Damn it, damn it!" And the cigarette finally plops out of his teeth. And he leans over. He's like, "Well, I suppose this is better in the long run."
I always knew it would end this way. Killed by a weasel.
Goes down.
So when he dies, does he leave a coin?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Cool.
So you see him slump down, and when that cigarette hits the dirt, it knocks a little pebble aside, and there's a coin with a cross kind of sitting there iridescent in the dirt.
Yeah.
Bang.
It
With that,
grab it up.
okay, great. So mark down 1 soul.
Nice.
And Scrap, you can mark down a good deed.
Oh, awesome. And I figure he lands probably about there.
Okay. So with that, Jose gets this weapon online, and he's aimed out toward Hernando and Letty. and he's going to spin around to try to shoot Lincoln. But the question is, which direction does he spin?
Oh,
So if it's
no.
a 1, 2, 3, he's going to spin west.
You need to spin this way.
So he's going to spin west, which is the worst scenario. Yeah.
No.
So everybody who's in that side, except for Lincoln, since the bullets go right through him, needs to make a dex save.
Which
So
side?
I'll roll for
West
the Martins family here.
Oh no.
So
Crap.
so I still have trust in God in effect.
Then the bullets zing right past you.
Okay. Cool.
Do I need to roll it? I don't think so. I'm more south
Nope.
of them, right?
No, Dallas, you're good.
Yeah, I figured I'm more south. So
They both made it, and here's the last of them. Here's Snow, the little girl.
hit it.
Oh, look at those rolls.
Yeah. All right. Great.
So all three of them jump in the dirt and dodge the bullets. So who didn't dodge it? Just Scrap?
Scrap, yeah.
Oh shit.
Boy, so he's got this chain gun just spreading across the road. And he's going to hit you with this many shells.
Oh my gosh.
Two
No.
shells. Here they come. It's going to be hard to survive.
Hang in there, Scrap.
5
Oh no. Roll
Still
a 1.
up.
Roll a 1.
Oh,
and 4.
No.
Scrap's down.
Oh, no.
Have no fear, little buddy. Have no fear.
With that, I'll re-roll my my Gatler timer. So he gets a 2 on that. So he puts another big clip in the top of the thing, and he starts turning that crank again. My other guy's down. So Letty right here, after dodging all the bullets, she's like, "Run! Run!" She like breaks out. She yells to the little girl, "Come on, Snow! Get away!" And Lincoln, that's you.
Okay, he's let's see here. Lincoln is going to move this way, and he's going to essentially just be like, is going to try to taunt this Muerto into following him with this chain gun. He's
beat it on you now. He swung it all the way around through everybody, and now he's like he's ready to go right back around at you.
He's like he's like, I'm gonna say, you call that shooting? You
You only killed one little critter.
Where are my pants?
Where are my pants?
rate of fire like that, he should be able to hit everybody.
All right, roll a charisma to make sure he's locked on you.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Cool.
All right, Dallas.
All right, Dallas is gonna still have that gun out towards the Muerto, and he's like, "God damn, Muerto, you hit our critter! I'm gonna hit you back." And he's gonna shoot at him.
All right.
Maybe. All right, cool.
Goddamn Muerto.
All right. Goddamn Huerto. All right, give me some damage.
All right. So I'm gonna use my Devil's Deck of 52, and I'm gonna draw and see what it is.
All right.
What is that?
If I can get it in camera correctly.
The 7
It's a 9.
or 9?
9. So you shoot him right in the face, and the bullet just bounces off his skull partially and just chips it, and he takes 5 of that.
All right.
Those dang home Muertos.
Wow.
And he doesn't even notice. He's just like has this blank skull face, just staring right at Lincoln.
Man, you're ugly.
All right, old Jeb.
Okay. Old Jeb kneels down and picks up Scrap in his hands, is cradling him to his chest, and he's going to cast Restore Life, which is a new int spell.
Cool.
Oh yeah, only when you're
Yeah.
down can you use it.
Right. Actually, I really, really like that. I think that's super smart. So heal with touch on a subject with 0 HP. So let's see if this works.
Roll it up.
Oh, not
no. The faith isn't in you. So you're giving him like weasel CPR. You're like,
Yeah. Does this stabilize him though, so he doesn't have to death row?
No, because you're like saying a prayer. You're not.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, you're busy doing an action. Stabilizes its own action.
Cool. Okay.
So you're like, Lord, do CPR on this weasel. All right. So scrap. That's roll for dying, and then roll to pop.
Here's a 2.
Woof.
Yeah,
That's how many tries you got, Jeb.
that's a thin roll, boys.
That's a little thin. All right, so I count down to 1 on Jose. Letty and Snow go hustling up onto the ridge to take cover here. And Hernando steps aside, takes a gunshot with his 6-shooter at Jose there. And he flies wide. I'm not a gunfighter. I'm just a husband and father. That's it for me. So, Lincoln Faraday, you've got old Jose's attention.
Okay, he's gonna go kind of like under the gallows here, and my whole idea is he's gonna stay there, just kind of taunting him, like look over here, and he wants to so that when that Gatling gun does start going again, it's gonna catch the timbers of this gallows and it'll fall right on his head.
Sweet. Yeah, so it'll be right after the next 3 turns here is when he's gonna be firing again.
Yeah, and I'm just in his face, just kind of like berating him, like you're the worst, you don't even have skin.
Yeah, without facial expressions, you can't quite tell if you're getting through to him. All right, Dallas.
He's gonna pull out his other 6-shooter and go ahead and aim it at him and pull the trigger again.
All right, get her done. It's easy. I mean, that's like a coup de grace right there.
Oh man, I rolled a 1.
Ooh. Well, roll again to see if you. What would you ricochet it off and hit Hernando?
Yeah.
All right, so you just make a terrible, terrible shot.
Yeah.
And that's 2 bullets fired too for you, right?
Yeah. I have 2 6-shooters. All right.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
keeping track
Jeb.
of it.
All right. Oh, Jeb is still praying away for his little friend.
As you do so, the clouds gather overhead.
Okay.
What do you got?
I rolled an 8, so just like last time.
Oh, Lord. Lord, where are you? Lord, don't abandon me now.
Oh, for God's sake, stabilize me.
So the rain starts to pitter patter down a little bit. And okay, Scrap, you want to roll the pop?
Yes.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh no!
Nope. So this is it for Scrap.
1 round.
All right, Jose fires and just puts a spray of bullets into Lincoln. If I can get a nat 20 here, he'll also spin over and try to get a few shots on Dallas as well. Come on. Oh! All right, so he's around, totally blasts right through the vertical support on the gallows.
Yay!
And it comes tumbling down, and why don't you roll a weapon damage on that for me, Matt? He's got 5 against him. Oh, there you go. So actually the right angle of the gallows comes down and just catches him right in the throat, pops his little skull head off, and it rolls across the road.
Ha! Does it
Nice
leave a
one.
coin?
Take a coin for that one.
Yeah!
And I mean, take a hero coin.
Oh, cool.
And then
Okay.
as you see the skull roll out into the road, you see that in one of his eye sockets, there's this sort of iridescent gold coin with a cross on it.
Oh, I'm gonna stop for a second, and then I'm gonna reach down. Can I actually touch it? Can I actually pick it up? I can. Awesome.
Wow, that's a good question. Yeah, I think it's a supernatural object, so you can touch that.
Sold.
Sweet.
Sweet.
And also mark down a good deed.
Oh, cool.
You took out a muerto. At least for the moment, you see a couple of his fingers still twitching a little bit. All right, Dallas. The weather's getting a little worse now.
Horses. Or the horse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do to maybe get Scrap up. Oh man.
Let's go stabilize him.
Yeah. But the Muerto. Well, he's gonna walk over there.
He's
Yeah,
down.
try-
His head came off.
Yeah. Well, he said it's still moving.
Yeah, his fingers are twitching.
Yeah, I'm gonna still go over there and see if I can stabilize him.
Okay, cool. Normally we don't even do a roll for that.
Yeah.
Yep. So you go over and just you like kind of wrestle him away from Jeb a little bit. He's like, "What the hell are you doing, old man?" And just put your little finger on one of the bullet wounds,
Yep.
and it stops bleeding.
It's all right,
It's
little.
kind of
buddy.
like holding on to roadkill at this point.
It's all right, little buddy. You can get up.
Give him mouth to mouth.
Yeah. Tiny CPR.
So whiskery.
Whiskey.
And also, Dallas, mark down a good deed.
All right. Thank you.
All right, old Jeb.
All right. So he's stable now, right?
He's stable.
Okay. Jeb's just gonna keep praying because he knows deep down that it was meant to be.
All right, make it easy.
All right. Well, I rolled a 20.
There you go.
There we
Heal
go.
him up with a D8.
Yep. And I got a little magic bonus here, so pop that on.
Maximum.
Yep.
All right. That's good.
All right.
That'll work.
That'll work.
So what does it sound like to do that spell in Ghost Mountain, Jason?
It's almost like like in the background, because it's weird because there's nothing near here, but you could almost hear the faint ding of like a church bell, like something like tolled, at that moment. Perhaps little eyes popped open.
Awesome. Now that's a good deed too. All right, Scrap, you're back in it.
Yeah. So this guy right here, is he still a threat?
No, that's Hernando. He's with the two girls.
Got it. So we do not have any threats left on the board.
No, just the weather getting worse.
I think Scrap's going to he's going to turn in a tight little circle and kind of nuzzle both Dallas and Jebediah in thanks, and then he's going to take off down the road to check on the horses as fast as he can.
Okay, so you come to life basically and just go ripping down the road in the rain.
Correct.
Back to the really the only shelter you guys have.
Thank you for the help, little Scrap.
He kind of wags
All right.
his tail.
So Fernando comes up and he's like, "I can never thank you enough, but we have to go. We're trying to get back to Dead Rock. It's not safe up by Buckskin. Turn back now." And these guys see each other and they're like signaling, and so they're going to run along the ridge. And she stops for a moment and looks back and gives you this cool like Indian woman hair in the wind moment where she just, raises one hand in thank you and nods her head. But like it's starting to lightning and stuff, so they're kind of starting to panic. But Hernando is the last one to start to leave away from you guys. And just instinctively sensing she's falling a little behind, Sarah brings the stage up. Now that the gunfire is slowed down. And Lincoln, you're up.
Lincoln is gonna kind of turn into like full smoke, catch the breeze, and kind of float over towards the cart.
All right.
And,
Okay, Dallas.
He's gonna walk. Go ahead and get back over there too, because we need to get out of here, guys. Rain's never good on Ghost Mountain. What happened? There you go.
Oh, there you go.
That was weird. It just popped back up.
So you go hustling down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Old Jib.
Uh,
The stage with 2 guys on it is coming your way.
right. Old Jeb is just gonna call out to the folks running away and says, "If you need to, you could take shelter with our wagon over here." And I think he would just wait for the wagon to come to him, because he's getting old.
Right.
Backs up every now and then,
He just kind of posts up by the side of the road.
Yeah, he probably would hang over by the cliffside in case it offers some shelter from the rain or lightning.
There you go. There's a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, Scrap.
Yeah, Scrap's gonna
Stand by.
run over to the wagon and leap on one of the spokes of the wheels and ride it up Legolas style and jump inside.
Nice.
Kind of curl a tight ball against the side away from the rain.
So if you guys all want to, Sarah brings you all up the road here. So as you do, and you're passing Hernando, he waves you down, especially you, Jeb.
Yep.
But as Jeb is like starting to get ready to get up on the stage, yeah, and he says, "Old man, there's only 2 ways up to get to Buckskin. One, the main road. The whole mountain has come down on it. I wonder if I'm ever gonna find my brother-in-law. That leaves you only the roundabout way. It's either the landslide or go out near the edge, and nobody goes out near the edge. God bless you, man." And they start running down the road.
Okay.
And they kind of reunite. And they're all hugging and happy and family reunion and whatnot. As Hernando is rounding the last rock and he's going to lose sight of you, he turns back. He says, "Hey, old man, I never caught your name."
They call me Jebediah. It's not my name, but it's the one I was born with.
"If you see Hat Martins, tell him we're looking for him. God bless you." He runs off and disappears.
Bless you, son.
All right. So you guys start making your way up to the road and see this poor infernal that went down, and he's actually like dissolving into the dust in kind of like a campfire that's been left behind, and he's just sort of collapsing in on himself. But old Jose, as you guys round the bend in the road and the rain gets too dense to see behind you anymore, you see one little hand kind of come up out of the dirt. And that's that room. Well done, guys.
All right.
Nice.
So you guys go up the road a little ways, and just as Hernando described, you've got a fork that you've come to many times. One goes due north, and that's the way straight up the mountain to Buckskin. The other one goes west, which is the roundabout way up the mountain, but goes out by the edge. Now, you guys normally never go that way. You always take the stage right up to Buckskin. But Hernando described, some kind of landslide that had blocked that road. So, you still have this choice, and so what do you guys say?
I feel like we should take our chances and go on the edge.
If the road is out, it's the only real choice.
You gotta make it interesting.
Jebediah wants to leave this decision up to the Lord, and so I think he would take out his coin that he picked up, and he's gonna flip it, see which way it lands.
The soul that you picked up.
Right, the soul. Yeah. So
Wow. So when you go to flip this coin, there's a strange feeling in the air when you do it, and the wind kind of stops for a second. And you notice on the tails side of the coin, there's sort of like a pentagram. And on the top side of the coin, there's a cross. And you realize that every soul can go either way, that everybody's kind of hanging in the balance. So go ahead and give me a a 50-50 on whichever dice you like.
Yeah. So let's do 2 and 4. It's going to be the cross, and 3 and 4, and then 1 and 2 will be the pentagram. Oh, it's cross. So I guess we're going to the edge.
So Jebediah flips this coin and looks around at you guys like it meant something. It says, "Looks like we're going to the edge." So Scrap, do you have a response? You kind of understand when they talk.
Yes. So he just uncurls from his ball and kind of looks around, and then curls back in his ball and huddles again from the rain.
It's like Groundhog Day.
Yes. Like, okay.
If the weasel's shadow, yeah. So it sounds like you guys are going west then, out by the edge.
Yes, sir.
All right.